President Donald Trump has directed the Justice Department to release additional documents related to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, pending court approval. Trump said the move follows intense public interest in the case. The former president also announced plans to sue the Wall Street Journal over claims that he sent a provocative birthday message to Epstein in 2003. The paper reported that the message, included in a compilation by Epstein's associate Ghislaine Maxwell, featured typewritten text inside the outline of a naked woman. Trump dismissed the allegations as false, malicious, and defamatory, denying any connection to the letter. Attorney General Pam Bondi confirmed that the Justice Department is prepared to ask the court to unseal grand jury transcripts. It is unclear if Trump's order pertains to Epstein's early 2000s cases or the 2019 federal charges. Epstein, who died in a New York prison in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges, was previously convicted in 2006 for soliciting prostitution from a minor. Trump's decision comes amid pressure from supporters demanding transparency, especially after Bondi's recent reversal on revealing Epstein's alleged client list, which she said does not exist. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov stated that U.S. President Donald Trump's recent comments expressing disappointment with the Ukrainian settlement process will not affect efforts to normalize relations between Moscow and Washington. These are separate issues. One concerns the Ukrainian settlement, while the other involves our bilateral relations, which have many tensions and unresolved problems, Peskov said during a briefing. On July 14th, Trump voiced frustration with Russia and its president, announcing plans to continue supplying weapons and military equipment to Kyiv if Europe, under NATO coordination, finances the transfers. He also threatened 100% tariffs on Russia's trading partners if no agreements on Ukraine are reached within 50 days. Despite ongoing talks aimed at improving ties, progress between Moscow and Washington has recently stalled, with the U.S. seen as slowing the process. Heavy fighting has reignited between Druze and Bedouin tribes in Syria's southern province of Soweto, just a day after a ceasefire collapsed and Syrian troops withdrew. The Syrian Interior Ministry denied reports of redeployments to the Druze-majority region, stating that government forces remain in a normal state of readiness. Earlier this week, Israel conducted airstrikes on Soweto and Damascus, warning Syria to withdraw forces from the south. Damascus condemned the attacks as violations of sovereignty and attempts to incite chaos. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported renewed clashes west of Soweto city, with Bedouin fighters, allegedly backed by authorities, facing off against Druze groups. Verified videos showed reinforcements arriving to aid the tribesmen. Bedouin tribal leader Abdul Munaim al-Nazif called on tribes across Syria to mobilize in Soweto to prevent massacres and ethnic cleansing. The violence follows a truce announced on Wednesday after days of deadly clashes involving local armed groups and government forces. Israel claimed its strikes were meant to protect the Druze community. An Israeli official later confirmed that limited Syrian internal security forces would be allowed into Soweto for 48 hours due to the unrest. As plastic waste continues to grow worldwide, scientists are seeking natural alternatives. Maqsud Rahman, an assistant professor at the University of Houston, has developed a new method to transform bacterial cellulose, a biodegradable material, into a versatile substitute for plastic. The material has potential applications in products like disposable water bottles, eco-friendly packaging, and wound dressings. Bacterial cellulose, a naturally abundant biopolymer, is both biodegradable and sustainable. Rahman envisions these strong and multifunctional bacterial cellulose sheets replacing plastics across industries to help reduce environmental damage. His research, published in Nature Communications, outlines a simple and scalable method for producing robust bacterial cellulose sheets. The process uses shear forces in a rotational culture device to align nanofibrils, creating sheets with high tensile strength, flexibility, foldability, optical transparency, and long-term mechanical stability. The study was led by doctoral student Amiasar Sadi from Rice University, with biological implementation supported by Sham Bhakta, a postdoctoral fellow in biosciences at Rice. Subscribe to Insight News to stay up to date with the most important news from around the world.